Welcome to the world of AHC, where dreams take flight and futures are transformed. We have helped thousands of students from all around the world achieve their academic and career goals. We are more than just an education consultant. We are your bridge to success in the United Kingdom. Our support doesn't stop at the classroom door. We are here to assist you with any challenges you may face during your time abroad. Get ahead with AHZ today. AHZ, your pathway to excellence, your partner in success.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You are welcome to our live session, our virtual Q&A. This is AHZ, and my name is Andre. I'm an expert counselor, and I work with AHZ. I'm speaking to you live from our Ghana office. We are in Accra on the Oxford Street, and today I'm joined by the representative from London South Bank University, Madam. If you would do us the honors.
Yeah, definitely. Hi, everyone. Very good evening. My name is Chizzy, Regional Manager of Sub-Saharan Africa, and I'm delighted to be here today because, of course, 𝐤𝐻 is one of our trusted partners, and they have put this together, just to give us, up-to-date information regarding the unique offerings of London South Bank University. I would stay tuned to this session if I were you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are going to jump right into this. There are so many questions, African students, a lot of students have so many questions about university, studying abroad. There are so many myths, there are so many things, and we are going to ask you a few questions so that at least these questions are going to help clear the air, and then also to let students know why they should even choose London South Bank University, or why London South Bank University should be their preferred school when they have plans to study. Okay, so moving on to the first question, madam. Many African students, like I'm saying, they want a UK degree that leads to a real career opportunity. So how does LSBU prepare students for this global market?
So first of all, I mean, the fact that British degree are internationally recognized. So getting a degree from a university in the UK already places them at a pedestal, that is higher from the same region as they, but do not have a degree from the UK. Because like I mentioned, internationally recognized, there is no where you take a degree that you obtain from a university in the UK that there'll be any question around its authenticity or its validity and things like that. They're bringing it closer to London South Bank University in terms of our unique offerings. If there's one thing that I can say for sure is the fact that we offer a career-focused approach to teaching. We believe in learning by doing. You find that this is true for most of our courses. There's always that practical aspect embedded in it somewhere. So whether it's our health-related courses such as nursing, social work, chiropractic, students get that practical hands-on experience. So for instance, for the students who will be studying our nursing courses, we have the simulation facilities where they can practice hands-on what they've been taught theoretically in class. Moving on to other courses as well, business, every course actually has its own, part of, practically embedded. For business, for instance, they get to practice what they've taught in class through internships, through placements and all of that. So yeah, this is how we're very intentional by ensuring that students get what is required. So we don't just give them a degree. What's the use of getting a degree if you don't get a job? Matter of fact, it's not just me talking. We have data out there backing this up. So for example, we have been in the top. In fact, we've been the top number one, in terms of graduate starting salaries, according to the Leo starting salaries data from 2025, 2020, so from 2023, 24, and 25. And interestingly, recently published data from them as well still has London South Bank University topping the charts in comparison to other London modern universities. Okay, so that's on the one hand, and the other part is that our location is also prime. Being in central London means that students get unparalleled networking opportunities, internship opportunities. All of these things help towards ensuring that, in the end, students get that global appeal, that they become more of a global citizen, okay? Putting them in better positions to take on those jobs or those opportunities that are out there. So I hope that has answered the question to a large extent.
Okay, that was really intense. Well, moving on to the next question. That's we are going to talk about fees. The cost involved is one of the biggest concerns for most students. So
Yeah.
I would like to know, how does LSBU help students manage that cost and the studying and living in London as well?
Yeah. Okay, so of course, being operational in a region like Sub-Saharan Africa, of course, we all know that cost is, affordability is a top factor, is a top deciding factor, whether we like it or not. I mean, it defines or determines where students decide to go to at the end of their time. Okay. So that said, one thing that we're doing as a university is that we are offering quality education at a really affordable, making it really affordable to as wide a populace as possible to students from our region especially. I'll give an instance. I'll tell you for free that the tuition range is for our course across undergraduate to postgraduate courses. The range is from say £16,000 to about £20,000, right? And that is across all schools, business, health and allied sciences, engineering, built environment and architecture, all of these courses, okay, they cut across, and that's a range for each of them, okay, for these courses as I have mentioned. So that said, that is the range, like I said, and then we also offering a discount. Even with that, that's the gross fees, right? So the discounted fee is even much more affordable. What we did is we have a discount that we have a wide range of discounts or even scholarships. I love to call them discounts because sometimes students from our region can misconstrue scholarships to mean fully funded, right? But we are aware that we want to reach out to as many as possible to make them get this opportunity that we are offering them at London South Bank University. And what we've done is to offer a wide range of discounts, like I said, the range being from £2,000 to £4,000. And what we did with the discounts is the higher the tuition, the more the discount. So for instance, a student whose cost is going for say £20,000, for example, they'll be getting a discount of about £4,000. Okay. Therefore, after the discount, the discounted fee will now fall to around £14,000 to £16,000. Remember, I mentioned initially that it's £16,000 to about £20,000, gross. But discounted now becomes £14,000 to £16,000 after we've applied the discount, which is really affordable, for a central London-based university. You can actually check around to see what other universities are offering, and this is also reflected in how it has positioned us for the past in the last 5 years or thereabouts. We've been in the top 6 globally for reducing inequalities, for also breaking the barriers, and also bringing down social mobility, such that it doesn't matter where your background is from, you can aspire to be anything and everything. And one of the ways we do that, for instance, is through the discounts and scholarships that we are offering students from our region, and they can readily take it, grab those opportunities, and change their lives forever. Okay, so that's to answer the question around affordability. Then again, being a London-based university, we are also, one of the things that we get to hear most of the time is, oh, you're in London, you're pricey, and all of that. But one thing that is certain is the fact that London is where all the opportunities are, networking opportunities, internship opportunities, you name them. And one of the key things that we have or that we're offering as a university that makes us unique is that we are offering on-campus accommodation. On-campus accommodation is an accommodation owned by the university. Okay, what does that do for students from our region? What it means or what it does for them is that they can stay on the university's accommodation and thereby cut down costs. Because our accommodation, like, let me give you an idea, a sneak peek into what the accommodation looks like. The farthest is just about 10 minutes walking distance from school. The closest is just about 2 minutes away. So they're practically walking to school and back. What does that mean? It means that as international students, they are not paying anything. They are not incurring any costs in commuting to school and back. And it covers all bills. So they're not paying anything extra towards internet, light, and water. And the rate for the accommodation is actually, it starts at about £215 per week to about £260 per week, depending on the type that they choose to go for. And it covers all bills. So you can imagine having that kind of accommodation in central London. I love to call it the most economical student accommodation you would ever find in central London. But don't take my word for it, Please do your statistic, go and check, you search, and then you would agree with me, hopefully after you've found, after you've made your comparisons. So yeah, that's it on affordability and all of that, which is quite important to prospective students from our region, because affordability, it does play a huge role. It is a key, determinant factor for prospective students from our region. Okay.
All right, thank you for that. I'm sure heads are going to start turning very soon when they do their checks and all of that.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next, there has been trends when it comes to programs that students are to select. There have been some certain trends. Usually, students are talking about, or they prefer to look at these in-demand programs. There are certain in-demand programs, as they usually call them. But what are the most popular courses among African students at LSBU, and why are they choosing these courses?
Okay, so to be honest, we are now dealing with a populace. First of all, knowing that the majority, our demographics as sub-Saharan Africans, right? We are dealing with a very young, growing population. And there is that demand for, quality education. There's also that would I say that desire, for better opportunities, okay? Which are what has informed to a large extent some of the, the choice of courses that we are seeing, growing in demand, right? So what I can say for certain is that amongst or across sub-Saharan Africa, you'd see that there is a demand for, in demand courses like tech, okay? So courses like computer science, data science, cybersecurity, information technology, you name it, there is that growing demand. And of course, we are catering to that demand because we have those courses readily available to international students from our region, applied artificial intelligence as well. There's always going to be a demand for, nursing and allied health courses such as, nursing, chiropractic, adult nursing, child nursing. All these courses, you find that they're available and open to international students from our region as well. Then there is also the demand for engineering courses. Matter of fact, what I have noticed is, because you're in Ghana, I can tell you for free that Ghanaian students always have this interest in architecture, building services, engineering, and all of that. And we have those readily available at London South Bank University. Matter of fact, why not London South Bank University? The fact that we are in central London, we're just 10 to 15 minutes walking distance away from most of the iconic locations that students already know about. So that positions them nicely, to study courses like building services engineering, architecture, and the likes. Yeah, so that's just to mention a few. There are so many of them. The list is, the list is endless. But what you should know is that we are a university, we're a public university, and we cater to students from our region. So most of the courses that you find them ask you about, you find that they have an interest in, we are, in fact, definitely most of the time we are offering at London South Bank University.
Okay, so moving away from the programs, we are coming to another area that most students talk about. One really key area concerning working while studying. You hear most students asking if they are going to be able to work while they are studying. So I would want to ask, what opportunities are available for like
Mm.
LSBU students to gain more work experience during their studies?
Okay, so I'll start with I'll answer it in two ways, if you permit me. So the first would be we'll look at the opportunities that studying in the UK would offer them, because you can't take that away from this discussion. Okay, then we'll bring it down to then we'll bring it, broaden it to what we're offering at LSB. So of course, you would agree with me that the UK VI. Okay, student visa comes with about 20 hours per week that allows students from our region to work, right? But that's it, just 20 hours per week. What the students now do with that piece of information is entirely up to them. Okay, but what I normally advise prospective students from our region to do is it's good to have that work experience, UK work experience. It's good, everyone wants to have it, put it in their CV and all of that. However, do not forget that the reason why you're there in the first place, you didn't go there on a work visa, you went there on a student visa, right? The reason why this advice is very pertinent is we have seen a lot of cases, with students from our region where the main thing that took them to the UK, the visa they got was a student visa. But before they left home, they probably got advice wrongly, and they were told, "Oh, you can just pay, some part of your fee when you go there. You can be working to pay your fees." That's a lie. Anybody who says that to you, it's especially now, it's difficult. It's good if you have, because most of the time when we are submitting the advancements and all of that, we're saying to the NKVI is that I have the funds, right? I have this amount that covers for my full fees, and I have XYZ amount that covers for my living expenses. And I won't need to rely on any work in the UK to be able to cover that. But the moment they arrive in the UK, they tend to do the opposite, which is sad, right? So the fact that there's still that 20 hours per week that allows them to work is good. Okay. Then post-study, remember there's also what we call the post-study work visa that is still open and available to international students. But the key thing is that they must have successfully graduated. And the Home Office would always know when students have graduated. Recall I mentioned initially that no matter what students do in the UK, they should know that they went there on a student visa in the first place, not on a work visa. Because when they go searching out jobs that takes much of their time, sadly attendance begins to suffer because you can't juggle all of this. UK education is, it will demand a lot from you. So you need to give in your best, your time and everything. So the moment you're now working so much, attendance begins to suffer. It becomes a problem. Your university can potentially flag you to the Home Office, and it could be a problem, right? So that said, once students have successfully completed their course in the UK, they get about, I think it's 18 months, if I'm correct. So 18 months post-study work. So they can actually stay in the UK, try to get a job after their time, after they're successfully, key thing is successfully completed and graduated from their university. Then to talk about the opportunities there are in London South Bank University, recall I mentioned that we have a few courses that comes with an internship year or a placement year, okay? That allows them to also get work experience in the UK. Some of those courses I can mention to you right here include some business courses. For example, we have marketing, we have project management with an internship year, we have business management with an internship year. We also have data science that offers the internship year as well. So all of these things help them to get that UK work experience, which goes into their CV. And I mean, you can never know how their career trajectory can follow after that time. So these are all opportunities available to international students that they can actually, grab and take advantage of to change their lives forever. Okay, I hope I've been able to do justice to that question. So it's back to you.
Yeah, you did more than that. Yeah. So
Thank you.
here comes the point where the student gets their visa and it's
Okay.
time for them to travel. We even when you are within your own country, moving from one part to the other, you sometimes face this. You sometimes have this challenge of trying to adapt, that,
Yeah,
and not to talk of moving from one country to another.
absolutely.
Yes. So
Absolutely.
what support does LSBU provide to international students, especially those coming from Africa,
Okay.
when they first arrive in the
All
UK?
right. Very important, because even I remember my first time in the UK, how it was, it was a bit overwhelming, but thankfully I was traveling with, people who were trusted. So they sort of held my hand, and, it ended up really well. So for us, we're not even waiting until, one thing we're doing regionally, when I say regional, I mean from sub-Saharan Africa, they're not waiting until they have arrived on campus, right? We are preparing them with what we call the pre-departure briefings and all of that. So we brief them before they depart their respective countries to the UK. We let them know what to expect. Every and anything is spoken about. So they could join a virtual session, or even we have sessions with the UK team. There are sessions with me, and I've also had physical pre-departure briefings as well, where we can talk about everything and anything, okay? Even down to, whether what to expect, what sort of clothing to travel with, and all of that. That said, post arrival, we are also offering we also have what we call the pickup service that's readily available to international students, so that when, of course, but to get that, they need to pre-inform us before their arrival, so they can get picked up and moved to the school. But one thing that is for sure is that our location is one thing that stands us out. Okay, committing or moving from Heathrow, because most of the time Nigerian students will definitely be using the Heathrow airport. Okay, so moving from Heathrow to to the university location is never a challenge. So it's always easy to commute, whether by tube, by taxi. It's approximately, in fact, it's generally easy to move around. Then post arrival, we offer different kinds of services. What we call this, we have support that we're offering students. Okay, so on campus there is any and everything that they need to for their times. First of all, to ensure that they are comfortable, we have what we call the orientation week or the welcome week, where they'll be they'll get a feel of what the university is like, and advised as well on what to expect, because so that's like welcoming them officially to the university. Then there is also the support that we're offering international students from our region, for example, not just our region, international students everywhere, so they can avail themselves of this support. So whether they need help with opening an account, they need to speak to someone, whether they are struggling academically and maybe they have any issues at all, they can feel free to use the student help desk. It's readily available there on campus, and speak to someone, and they can help them. I've found that these resources are very important, are very helpful, but we rarely ever use them as international students. So what we are doing as a university is that we are very intentional about ensuring that we're offering help to students, but students need to also be, how to seek out this support. You have someone to talk to, because sometimes, like I said, it can be daunting when, as an international student, especially for some that is their first time away from home, there might be a struggle. You might struggle a little bit to blend into the system. And so some they might not even struggle, because London is a very great environment, multicultural, warm, receptive. It's home to a lot of international students. So that's the advantage that, studying in LSBU brings. And that's the sort of support that they are going to be getting. We have a vibrant African community, okay? So they can be a part of, they can, identify their fellow Ghanaian students, Nigerians. There's so many of them, vibrant community out there that they can be a part of, okay? So yeah, I hope that was helpful as well.
Okay, so there has been some in-depth explanations, and we will want to go for a short break. When we come back, then we would get some more from you. This has been our usual Q&A from AZ, and we are this is the Accra office on the Oxford Street in Osu, and we are here with the representative from London South Bank University. Okay, don't go away. Short break.
How much do you really know about the UK? The United Kingdom, often referred to as the UK, is made up of 4 distinct countries: Northern Ireland, Wales, England, and Scotland. Each of these countries has its own unique flag, but they are united under one flag, the Union Jack. This symbolizes the unity of these 4 nations, which is why we often refer to the UK as a country of countries. Did you know that the UK is home to 76 cities in total? Here's a quick breakdown. Wales has 7 cities. Scotland has 8 cities. England boasts 55 cities. Northern Ireland has 6 cities. So, whether you're dreaming of studying in the historic streets of Edinburgh or the lively atmosphere of London, there's a place for you in the UK. At 𝐂𝐧, we're your trusty guides to navigating this exciting journey. We understand the ins and outs of the UK education system and are here to help you find the best, most affordable and stress-free options. Let us be your adventure partner as you embark on your educational journey in the UK.
In a world brimming with opportunities, where will your educational journey take you? Welcome to 𝐂𝐧 Associates, a leading educational consultancy dedicated to shaping dreams and opening doors to a global education. Planning to study abroad can be overwhelming, with numerous challenges to overcome. Now is the turning point of your life. Great things await those who go in search. At 𝐂𝐧 Associates, our experts will provide you with guidance and unwavering support. We help you make informed decisions, guiding you through every step of the admission process. With our extensive network of reputable universities, we find the perfect match for you. We consider your academic aspirations, preferences, and budget to ensure the best fit. At 𝐂𝐧 Associates, we believe that financial constraints should never hinder your dreams. Preparing you for a successful study abroad experience is our top priority, where your journey will intertwine and align with the paths of success. We bring universities to you, creating opportunities for direct interactions. 𝐂𝐧 Associates facilitates these events, connecting you with universities worldwide. Your study abroad journey starts here, with 𝐂𝐧 Associates by your side. Contact us today for a free consultation, and let us help you unlock a world of opportunities.
Are you ready to shape your future into something extraordinary?
Yeah, welcome back from the break. This is our virtual Q&A, and we are here with London South Bank University. And I'll go back into where we left off. Okay, madam, some students worry that London may be overwhelming or too expensive. What would you say to an African student considering London as their study destination?
Okay, Andre, that's a very good question. I think I may have touched on it a little earlier, but just to reiterate, understand that, I mean, it could be overwhelming, but I also found that London is one of the, for example, based on the QS best student cities, London has been voted one of the best student cities to study in for the 5th consecutive year running. So I think that's from 2022 till date. There's a reason why, right? London is multicultural, is warm, is receptive, great transport links. You can't get lost in London, as overwhelming as it may seem. Provided you have your maps, you can always connect your way back. So that's what I love about the city. Then the fact that it's multicultural. I can bet you that it has happened to me 1,000,001 times. You can be working on the university's campus, and you can just walk past a fellow Nigerian and you hear them speaking in Igbo or Yoruba, and you're like taken aback. You're wondering, am I in Nigeria or am I in Africa? Same to Ghanaians and all of that. So it is that community that is all encompassing, all right, multicultural, warm. Where else would you want to be in than in a community like that or an environment like that? Okay, it's a global environment. Imagine that, for example, where the university is located, we're just 15 minutes walking distance away from London's financial district. 10 minutes walking distance away from, most of the iconic locations like Big Ben, the Shard, those touristy places that students like to go to. So imagine that kind of world-class environment, what it can do to a prospective student, how it can shape them and make them better, place for opportunities. And then in terms of affordability, I know that all the time, the conversation around affordability always comes up, okay? especially it is important to us as a people that we're able to pay for what we are purchasing, if I can use that word. And I had shared earlier how we make it really, we try to ensure that affordability is enshrined in everything we do. So for example, our tuition, we're offering discounts to students from our region so they can actually, take advantage of it. We offer on-campus accommodation where students can readily take up spaces like I shared. And that also means that they get to stay in central London at a really, really affordable cost. And staying in the investor accommodation actually helps them because they're not commuting to school and back. So they get to manage two important resources, their time and their money, which are two things that I always say to international students that they should be mindful of, when they have arrived in the UK. Because we tend to leave things till dying minutes. I don't know, there's always that that phrase around African time. So when you say to, maybe a Nigerian or a Ghanaian or even, and you say to them, oh, the time for your lecture is 10 o'clock, they show up 10 minutes later or 20 minutes later. The lecture will not wait for you. It will go. Do you understand? So you need to learn to manage your time well. So staying on the investor accommodation helps them do that. They manage their time. So you can actually, like I said, the farthest is just about 10 minutes walking distance. You're just walking to the school and back. So you can actually head out at say if your lecture is 10 o'clock, you can head out at say 9:30, grab your breakfast and still make it to class. Okay. So yeah, that's actually how I think students can take advantage of studying in London Southbank University and living and working in living and schooling in a world-class environment like London. Okay, because we are in the real London, we are in central London. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for opening our eyes to that. I'll try. I want to track back a bit. How does LSBU still on internships and placement job opportunities? How does LSBU help students secure internships, placements, and then graduate employment opportunities after they've completed their studies?
Angie, you're putting me on the spot with that question. Okay, what I can tell you for real is that we prepare students to take on everyone, gets the same opportunity in terms of preparedness, right? I did share how we offer a career focus to teaching. So every course they're studying is built to ensure that, they don't just have a degree. What's the point of having a degree if you can't get a job with it, right? They have a degree that they can actually put to use, right? That said, our lecturers are, we have a very diverse international community of students. Same applies to our lecturers. Our lecturers are very diverse and they're not just academic, they're also industry experts. So most of the time, they also help students, disseminate information, even put in a word or two for students who are outstanding. So they can put in a word to say, oh, recommend the students or two to say, maybe there's a placement opportunity somewhere and, I'm recommending this. But the key thing is that you also need to be an A student. You need to, A student doesn't just mean academically, morally as well, in the way you comport, your character and all of that. You should be, nobody wants to put their name to, a student who is not going to, who they're going to have to answer questions to tomorrow. They want to, if anybody is sticking out their neck for you, they want to be sure that it's worth it, okay? So that's also important. Students should be students that, from our region. That's why ethical, recruitment is really important. We don't want to recruit just any kind of student. We want to recruit genuine students who know what the role, who know what is expected of them, okay? So, when you have those kinds of students, you don't need to police them to go to class. They don't need to be reminded to do their assignments and all of that. You might think your lecturers are not noticing. They are noticing. And when there are opportunities, they can actually put in a word or two for you. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I would like to talk about some mistakes during the application process. Applying to the university. In our line of work, we realize there are so many mistakes students make actually. And I just wanted you to touch on that. So I would like to know, what are some of the common mistakes African students make when applying to UK universities, and how can they avoid these mistakes?
All right. Okay, so one of the things that's really, comes to my mind really easily, quickly, top of my mind right now, is the fact, still takes let's scale it back to what I said earlier about leaving things till dying minutes, right? We do that a lot as Africans. I don't know why. So we'll leave things until it's dying minutes before we'll now start, before we even start to apply and all of that. So it doesn't really help anybody. It's not helping anybody to leave things till dying minutes. So if they can start early, research early, and it always helps. Start the application early, do your research early, do your findings early, and then make a decision of what to do and where to go to. Then also your documentation is important. Sometimes we found that students even just apply without any research. They just apply to a course because their parents have told them that this is what they should apply to. Why do we do that? I mean, if you're putting in so much funds into, it's so much money you're spending. So it should be something you're passionate about. Okay. So yeah, start early. That's what I'll advise. Start early, very important. And make sure that you have done your research well. This isn't the time to just to do things haphazardly or anyhow. Okay. So yeah, that's the advice I'll give.
Okay, start early and make sure documents are okay. So for some of the parents that are watching this session, or those that are going to watch it later, I would want you to tell them what are you going to tell them when it comes to student support, safety, and then their well-being if their child is supposed to be at London South Bank University, or if their child is supposed to be studying at London South Bank University?
So so I have said it before now. There is like a dedicated help desk that offers support to students. So there is always that concern. We know that studying abroad can be daunting. For some parents, this is probably their very first time that they'll be sending their children far away from home, especially the younger ones. So there is that concern around being sure that that their children will be safe, will feel welcome and part of the society. The fact is that London is a very welcoming environment, multicultural and warm, very friendly and safe as well. Part of one of our accommodation is right next to it is the police station, just to tell you how secure the environment is. Okay, just to give you an idea of, in terms of the security. Then the sort of help that is available to them, they can talk to anyone, whether they're struggling academically or whatever the issue is, whether they need help, mental health, whatever, you can always reach out to someone. Okay, so they don't need to worry about that. They will definitely find students like themselves because, like I said, it's a truly international university. So they don't need to worry about whether their children will feel like a part of a community. Being at London South Bank University is truly international. So they would really find students like themselves, which helps them to, relax and settle in, while still, finding students that are, from different countries and continents as well. It also helps because they now build, in the end, these children will get to have friends or build networks from across the world, right? So in the end, it's overall a great experience for them because they're not just getting a degree, they're getting all the added value that comes with it. Okay.
To wrap this up, I would want you to just tell us why you think London South Bank has become an attractive choice, or why it should be that attractive choice for African students compared to the other UK universities.
Oh, I love this question. Probably the best so far. I think I may have said this, throughout this conversation, but if I can, spotlight some of the things that makes us unique. Number one is the fact that we offer a career-focused approach to teaching. Most of our courses are, built to ensure that students don't just get a degree, like I said, they are able to, take on those jobs. So there are different activities on campus that ensures that, okay? The other is the fact that we are in central London, okay? Central London is, that part of London that is very connected. There are lots of opportunities in terms of networking, internships, and all of that, okay? Then we are also we offer really affordable accommodation, which I had shared earlier on. I can tell you that, to be honest, we are one of the few universities in London that offers on-campus accommodation. I think we're just two of us. I'm not going to mention the second university. Okay. Yeah. So we're just two where students can take on, international students can take on spaces. So that helps when you know that accommodation is already sorted. You don't have to worry about that. And it's affordable, like I said, one of the most economical you would ever find. Then our courses are quite affordable as well. Affordability is key for our region. You can check, compare us to other London modern universities. I'm sure you have loads of them that you work with. I'm not going to mention names still, but yeah, you can compare. And for most of them, they're not even in central London, so they're not offering the London advantage that we are offering. Okay, but yeah, prospective students can do their own, do their own research and make their comparisons to see what we are talking about. Yeah. So those will be the main points I would like to share, to say that these are what makes us really unique.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So we are almost coming to the end of our session, but then there are some questions for us. There are some questions right here. Okay, so you have to touch on the tuition deposit, and then if there are installment payments like plans for international students, if you could kindly touch on that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to touch on that. So in terms of the deposits, we're talking about, so remember, let's go back to what our tuition range is, right? So I did give the discounted range to be from 14,000 to about 16,000 pounds, right? Now, we have different plans for different parts of, our region. So for countries like Ghana, we require them to pay at least 9,000 pounds initial deposit, to get the CAS. For countries like Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and the rest of Sub-Saharan Africa, they get to pay 50% of full fees, okay, to be able to get their CAS. After that, the balance of the fees can actually be paid in installments. So they can pay up to 3 to 4 installments post arrival on campus. Okay, so that's how it works.
Okay, and there is another question concerning courses that have placement years. If you could kindly tell us the courses you offer that are having placement years, or
okay,
some
so
of them.
Yeah, so marketing, computer science, data science, project management. You'll find all of that on the website, really. I may not be able to give you like a proper list of it, but yeah. These are just to mention a few that come to my mind really. Data science, computer science, project management, international marketing. Yeah. So a few courses come with a placement, yeah. Data science as well.
Okay, so wrapping up now. So for an African student who wants to study in the UK in September, for the September 2026 intake, but hasn't started their application yet, I know you touched on that already, but what advice will you have for them today?
Please hurry up and make your application now. Now. What's the word now? Don't dull. Let me use that word. Don't dull. You can reach out to 𝐴𝐻𝐧. They are trusted partners, professionals in every sense of the word. They can help you to make that application, guide you through. In fact, they will hold your hand through until you arrive on campus. So you're in very good hands. Please do not dull. Let's use that word. Do not dull. Take this opportunity and take it now. All right?
Okay, thank you so much. I want to thank everyone that has joined this session. This has been our usual Q&A with 𝐴𝐻𝐧. We are coming to you live from the Accra office, our Accra office in Osu, and on the Oxford Street. And my name is Andre, and this has been with the rep from London South Bank University, Madam Chizi. Yes, and any closing remarks, madam? Yes, please.
Yes, I'll just say a very big thank you to you guys for doing a fantastic job. Thank you for putting this together, and let's you prospective students from Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, please hurry up, reach out to 𝐻LC, apply to London South Bank University because we are that ideal university for you, right? Thank you for staying tuned, and yeah, it's back to you, Andre.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Cheesy, for joining. Okay, bye.
Yeah,
Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay,
thank you, you
bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.
How much do you really know about the UK? The United Kingdom, often referred to as the UK, is made up of 4 distinct countries: Northern Ireland, Wales, England, and Scotland. Each of these countries has its own unique flag, but they are united under one flag, the Union Jack. This symbolises the unity of these 4 nations, which is why we often refer to the UK as a country of countries. Did you know that the UK is home to 76 cities in total? Here's a quick breakdown. Wales has 7 cities, Scotland has 8 cities, England boasts 55 cities, Northern Ireland has 6 cities. So, whether you're dreaming of studying in the historic streets of Edinburgh or the lively atmosphere of London, there's a place for you in the UK. At 𝐻𝐧, we're your trusty guides to navigating this exciting journey. We understand the ins and outs of the UK education system and are here to help you find the best, most affordable and stress-free options. Let us be your adventure partner as you embark on your educational journey in the UK.
In a world brimming with opportunities, where will your educational journey take you? Welcome to 𝐻𝐧 Associates, a leading educational consultancy dedicated to shaping dreams and opening doors to a global education. Planning to study abroad can be overwhelming, with numerous challenges to overcome. Now is the turning point of your life. Great things await those who go in search. At 𝐻𝐧 Associates, our experts will provide you with guidance and unwavering support. We help you make informed decisions, guiding you through every step of the admission process. With our extensive network of reputable universities, we find the perfect match for you. We consider your academic aspirations, preferences, and budget to ensure the best fit. At 𝐻𝐧 Associates, we believe that financial constraints should never hinder your dreams. Preparing you for a successful study abroad experience is our top priority, where your journey will intertwine and align with the paths of success. We bring universities to you, creating opportunities for direct interactions. 𝐻𝐧 Associates facilitates these events, connecting you with universities worldwide. Your study abroad journey starts here, with 𝐻𝐧 Associates by your side. Contact us today for a free consultation, and let us help you unlock a world of opportunity.
School. It's supposed to prepare you for life, but what kind?
Get a job, put your dreams on hold. I chose me. I'm alright. I didn't leave home.
I found a new home.
Come on in.
Joined a team.
I was talking about today.
Learn there is more than one way to see the world.
I found my people.
People who picked me up when I was down.
Deep breath.
Pushed me when I thought I couldn't go on. So, we're just gonna get this started straight away.
And help me achieve the things I never thought I
28,
could.
29, 30, and you're done. Well done.
People showed me that what you learn in books is just the start.
People who opened doors for me.
And helped make the end of university a new beginning.
It's our goal to help every student reach their goal. Apply now and find out what you're made of.
Are you ready to shape your future into something extraordinary? Start right here at Bangor University. Bangor offers top quality teaching, a supportive community, and the freedom to explore the stunning natural landscape of North Wales. You can dive into new interests with Bangor's free-to-join clubs and societies. Plus, you can gain valuable experience with work placement and study abroad options. Discover your purpose, your people, and your power at Bangor University. Learn more and apply at bangor.ac.
Here, in a place shaped by its people. Every journey starts with possibility.
Potential is recognised, nurtured, and given the confidence to move forward.
We are pioneers, continuing a story defined by progress and purpose.
A community of radicals, vibrant and bold. A university of first, centred on people,
focused on shaping a better future.
Where ideas spark to life, we're there.
Championing courage and equality.
From here, your research has genuine impact. A benefit to you,
the region, society. To feel like home is in our nature.
Inclusive.
Free thinking. A place to belong, with space to reflect.
No matter where you start, this is where it takes shape.
Education with impact.
Ideas into action.
Power in the future, in the heart of the Northwest.
Welcome to the world of 𝐤𝐲, where dreams take flight and futures are transformed. We have helped thousands of students from all around the world achieve their academic and career goals. We are more than just an education consultant. We are your bridge to success in the United Kingdom. Our support doesn't stop at the classroom door. We are here to assist you with any challenges you may face during your time abroad. Get ahead with 𝐤𝐲 today. 𝐤𝐲, your pathway to excellence, your partner in success.